Hello everyone. I am working on a 2008 Trailblazer, which I think is the same thing as a GMC Envoy. It has the 4.2 straight six, excellent engine. Actually delivers quite a bit of power for a 6-cylinder. Moves these things right on down the road. Anyways, getting to the point, I had a rodent chew my fuel injector wiring off right here. So I fixed all that. And I've recently had, and it was a cylinder number 4 misfire is how I came to find out it was the number 4 wire to the fuel injector that had chewed off. And I had to take the intake manifold off, and I wanted to take number 4 injector out and clean it off. It had some unburnt oil on there. The guy that owns this vehicle had driven it for a little while like that, and this is what the spark plug looks like. So if you have a misfire, do not drive your vehicle until you get it figured out. I mean, you could drive it like to a mechanic or somewhere not too far, but you don't want to let that unburned oil build up in there and corrode everything. So I had to take the intake manifold off. It's this piece right here. This is bolted to a bracket to the back of that. I had to take that off. You have to take a hose off, and I'm going to have to replace this hose. It wasn't good, but it goes from right here to right there, from right there to right there. And that hose is usually just hardened. It's hardened and cracked usually on this lower end. Actually, it's the upper end that was cracked. The lower end was clamped. So I got to get another one of them hoses, and I'm putting this thing back on. And if you do have to take one of these off, you know, like there's one bolt there. I had to take the alternator off. I didn't have to unwire it. I had to take the bracket off to hold the alternator to get it to go forward. And there's 2 bolts here. There's 2 bolts here, which is why you have to take the hose off so you can get to the top bolt. There's going to be 2 bolts here. Can't remember right there. Feels like there's 2 bolts there. And there's one right around the corner of the firewall there in the back. And there's a lot of debate over how to actually get that bolt out. It's really something. So what I figured out is you need to set up like this. So we got a 3/8 10 millimeter on a 3/8 swivel, 3/8 swivel. And we have a couple of extensions. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to show you this with one hand and then the other hand, because I want you to see what I'm doing here. So with your left hand, you're going to lay across the front of the engine. And your left hand's going to go in right there. Can you see me? Right there. Right around the top corner, back corner of the valve cover, and right behind the intake manifold, and you can feel the bolt down there. But you would never be able to turn a wrench or anything right there. So then with the other hand, you're going to go, as you're laying on top of the engine, in right here with that. And with the left hand, you can feel the bolt and guide the socket onto the bolt. And with the right hand, you can get on it. And with the ratchet right here, you can loosen it or tighten it. So